Hi, I'm Kenny Joya. Welcome to another one of my tutorials. In this video series, we're going to learn how to record and produce your band in Reaper. And this is part 15 of that series. Next, we're going to record a mandolin part. I'm going to use the same mic as the acoustic guitar, and in fact, we're going to mic it up in a very similar way. Not too close to the sound hole, and not too far up the neck. Somewhere in between, about 4 to 6 inches away. Then we'll go back to Reaper, make a new track, right under here, Control-T on the PC, Command-T on the Mac. Let's name it Mandolin. Set up the input for the acoustic guitar, because we're using the same mic. Let's check our level by going to Record, open the mixer, bring up the mic preamp, and have him play. That level looks pretty good, but it sounds a bit boomy, so let's add an EQ to the effects on the track. We'll use the re-EQ, and we'll start off with a high pass and roll off some low end. Let's make it a bit bigger. Rolling off at about 170 Hertz. And let's make it more aggressive by boosting the mid-range. And we'll use a band filter or a parametric EQ. That sounds better. We're boosting about 5 dB at about 3 kHz. Now let's add some reverb to it to make it sound more ethereal, like it was recorded in a bigger room. We can open our sends right here in the routing, and once again, we could use the reverb that we use for the vocal, right down here. Right there feels good. Now it's kind of going to double the first electric guitar, so let's pan it to the other side. Instead of towards the right, let's put it towards the left. About 40%. Now let's give the track a color, something like this. Now let's go into record right before the first chorus. Of anywhere. From the interstate, fell asleep and sealed his fate. When he... Now let's fast forward to the second chorus and do the same thing. Anywhere. Well, we shared that room when I came to town. I'd hear him rattling around, little noises in the dark. Late at night when I'd sing my songs, swear I could hear him singing right along, playing his guitar. Once again, just on those two sections. The first chorus and the second chorus into the bridge. So that sounds pretty good for the mandolin. Next, we're going to record some pedal steel guitar. And just like with the electric guitar, we're going to play it through an amp. The same one we previously used with the same mic. So now let's go back to Reaper. Let's create a new track right over here. And we'll name it Pedal Steel. We'll give it a color. Let's set our input to the same input as the electric guitar, because that's where the amp is mic'd. Put it into record. Turn up the mic pre. Let's have him play. The level looks good, but it could use some EQ. So let's add some here. Use the re-EQ. Let's start off with a high pass. Let's bring it up to reduce any low-end rumble. About there feels good. About 160 hertz. Let's also bring down some lower mid-range right here. And let's bring up the upper mid-range right over here. Before, sounds a lot clearer. Now let's add some reverb. Once again, we can use the vocal reverb. That feels good. Let's add some delay. The long delay right here. Let's make the send mono. Let's also pan this steel guitar to the left a bit, about 40%. Sounds good. So now let's record it in the song. And this part's going to play throughout the whole song, but it's not going to start to the second half of the first verse, right about here. So I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'll play about a minute. In the next video, we're going to render the whole thing. Then you can hear the whole song completely. So let's record this, and then I'll fade it out after a bit.
Nothing more than a couple of bucks. His guitar in the bed of his truck. He was scared but so alive, with 100 reasons for turning back, but he couldn't see none of that through the stars in his eyes. Small town Alabama boy, headed for the lights and noise, the city limit signs of anywhere. Anywhere. Stone's throw from the interstate, fell asleep and sealed his fate.